I feel very passionate about this work that I do because I have been in similar places as a lot of my clients. I've always been, I guess what you would call a bit of an overachiever, and it's always been important for me to try to push myself to do the very best that I can. And you know, there's a blessing and a curse to that. There's a healthy way to be an overachiever and there's an unhealthy way to be an overachiever. And for a big part of my life, I was not in the most healthy of ways. I worked myself to the bone. I was overly stressed. I put a tremendous amount of pressure on myself. I tended to go for projects and promotions that I thought would elevate my career, even though they weren't necessarily anything that I was even interested in. And I found over time that what happened is I kind of lost myself in the process. And I hit a wall where I had achieved a pinnacle of success. I was making great money, but it wasn't really filling me up anymore. And all the while there was this nagging that kept telling me that there was something more that I could be doing. There was something bigger. And yet the thought kind of simultaneously thrilled me and terrified me. I didn't know what I needed to do in order to get there. And it wasn't until I hit the wall and really started asking myself some very deep questions about what it was that I really wanted in my life that I stopped listening to all the chatter around me that had me believing I needed to be somebody other than who I really was, and started listening to my little voice inside that really had all the answers, and that I was drowning out with all the busyness and all the craziness that I let seep into my life. And I feel like I learned a lot from that. I'm grateful for the frustrations, the disappointments that I experienced. And believe me, I've put together several proposals that went nowhere. I've been passed over for promotions. I've experienced the disappointment and the frustration that comes when you don't get something that you've poured your whole heart and soul into. And I understand what makes people kind of want to go dead and numb and be on autopilot in their work and kind of zone out. And maybe even withhold a little bit. And I also know that doing that will make you crazy in the long run. So I love to work with people who are at the crossroads of something that they know is really great for them, but they're kind of afraid to step into. Maybe because they don't know how to do it, maybe because they're not sure they can, maybe because they're not even sure what it is yet. And I know that it's possible because I've been there myself. And if you're in that place, I would encourage you to embrace it. Don't run away, step into it. Do what you can to discover what it is that's knocking at your door, and get the support of somebody who can really help you seize your dreams and overcome your fear and step into your brilliance, because you really are capable of doing far more than you think you are.